Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a laser SVG tumbler wrap. These are different from sublimation in that sublimation wraps are printed and then applied with heat to a tumbler, whereas laser SVG wraps are meant for laser engravers. They'll put the tumbler in the laser engraver and then engrave the design itself right into the tumbler. All right. So they're a little different, but yet they're not all that different. Okay. And in this video, we are going to use Canva and DreamLab to create our design. You will need a Canva Pro account to do this. If you don't have a Canva Pro account, don't worry. Over the next few days, I'll be doing videos showing you how to do this with Kittle and different AI generators, and I'll also be showing you how to do this completely free as well. All right, so for right now, we're just going to do Canva because this is what a lot of us already have. So let's get into it. Over here on the left, you're going to click on your DreamLab button. And one thing to keep in mind with your laser designs is that everything is done in black and white. All right, there are no colors. So your prompts are going to be a little different. But once you get the hang of it, it's really not difficult at all. So I have a prompt here: a row of line art wildflowers clustered together. SVG vector graphic coloring page, hand-drawn doodle, black and white, thick lines, minimal, no background. And I have run a few instances, so I am going to run it once more, see what we get here. And I have my aspect ratioed at 4:3, just because that seems to work a little better with my tumbler wrap size. So I'm looking over here and I like this one. I like those flowers. Those are kind of cute. And this one's kind of cute. And then we have our like little daisies here. I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to select edit in a design, and you see it did not give me no background, but that's all right. We're going to work on that. The first thing we're going to do is resize this. We want it to be our tumbler wrap size, 2790, 2460. Resize this design. All right. So now we have our 2790 by 2460 design for our tumbler. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to crop this down to get rid of that lettering that we did not want in here at all anyway. Next, we are going to remove the background. All right, and now I'm going to move this down to the bottom so that it is along the base of my tumbler. All right. And I'm going to make this a little wider. I don't want it to cut off, but I want it to be just about as big as I can make it. That way it looks, there's not a big gap in the design. We want this to wrap all the way around the tumbler, and that is that. Now we can, since we're already in here in Canva, we can go to elements and let's search for butterflies, and we want black and white. That's all we want is black and white. So let's go in here and we can grab a few little elements like this to make our design just a little bit better. don't really care for that one. It just doesn't go with the style of our flowers. You know what I mean? It's just not quite what we're looking for. And you know what? Just something like this, but that is, let's change that to black. We can just put a couple of these around. Can change the sizes of them. All right, and now how about little bees? Throw in some bees. This little guy, these little guys are cute. Let's move them up. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the butterflies. I really like the bees. Add the bees, and not that one. How about this one? There we go. That one looks a little more like our doodle style that we have going on here. All right. And, you know, I am just throwing whatever out there. I'm not... and how about some leaves, maybe? Just some blowing leaves. No. Bubbles. I know that's not really, but they just add something to the nope. I don't like any of that. Okay. To make this short and simple, we are going to just leave our flowers. If you want to add extra elements, you certainly can, but I am having severe brain farts this morning and just cannot think of what I want to put up there that will make it look nice. So once you have your design looking the way you want it, you're going to go over here to Share, Download, and you are going to select SVG from the drop down and Transparent Background. Okay, then you will download. Okay, and I am going to call this Canva 1. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to my designs and I'm going to upload that. And I'm doing this just so you can see what this will look like. I'm going to mock it up onto a tumbler for you so you can see what the design will look like. Okay, it's uploaded here, so I'm going to select this. I'm going to go here to Image Mockups, and I have a custom mockup that I have uploaded that I will leave the link for, that you can grab this mockup for yourself. And we'll give it just a second, and it will, and that's what it will look like on the tumbler. Okay. That just looks really cute. It just etches away the paint on the tumblers and leaves behind the stainless steel underneath, which looks just fantastic. All right, so I'm going to go back over here to Canva, and you know what? I just had it. I just got it. I just got it. What would be absolutely great on this design is not little bees and things like that. You could do a mama or a grandma, or just custom names like that. I mean, mom and grandma and They are always very popular. So let me find a good font to use. That one looks kind of cool. Yeah. And you can make this bigger so it spans pretty much the entire design. Let's center that. All right, that looks good. So now let's do this again. Share, download, SVG, transparent background. We're going to save this. And we're going to save that as Mama. And again, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to show you what the Mama tumbler looks like, or the Mama design that we just did. I'm going to drop that in there, upload it, give that a second to upload. Okay, this is uploaded. Let's get rid of that. We're just going to select this one, mockups, custom drinkware. Okay, and there it is. So that is what your tumbler would look like now with the Mama added to it. And you could go one step further and put Mama, and then underneath it you could put names of the children. You know, you could customize it. Let's do that. And, you know, underneath you could absolutely do things like Aubrey, Ella, Evelyn. You know, you could just add those names and sell a wrap like that as a custom. There's so many different things you can do with it. Just the main thing to keep in mind is everything is black and white, and you need it to be in SVG format. All right, so let's go make one more. We're going to go back over here to home. We're going to go back to DreamLab. And in this one, how about if we do, instead of a line art row of wildflowers, let's do dragonfly surrounded by sunflowers and butterflies. And just send it in, see what we get. Alrighty. I'm not fond of that one. That one's not bad. Let's run this again. Dragonfly. I kind of like that one. But now look what it did. It gave us colors that we didn't want, but that's all right. We will hopefully be able to, I don't care for that either. Let's try something different. How about butterflies flying around? Wildflowers flying above. Oh, I'm just having a major brain meltdown this morning. Butterflies flying above sunflowers. Just go basic with that. It sometimes is hard to do the SVG prompts because we're not looking for a lot of expressions and things like that, and you know, talking about colors in our prompts. So sometimes you get overwhelmed with the simple factor of it. Let's look at this one. Okay, that one doesn't look bad. We've got butterflies and then the row of sunflowers at the bottom. Let's grab that. All right, now let's remove the background right away while I'm thinking about it. And that's perfect because it removed that crap up there. And now we're going to resize 2790, 2460, resize this design. Alrighty. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that doing them in Canva, if the image stretches all the way to the edge like this, they will not be seamless. All right. You would have to save this as a PNG, open it in Photoshop, and make it seamless the way we do for our sublimation designs. And then we could bring it back in and convert it to a PNG or to an SVG file. So this is what this is going to look like, and I'm doing this so you can see that it is not going to be seamless. We're going to save this, SVG, transparent background, download. And we're going to do butterflies. And then go back over here. We're going to upload again, just so you can see these. Upload. Okay, here it is uploaded in my designs. I'm going to click on that. We're going to go to image mockups, just so you can see what this is going to look like. And let's, oops, generate the preview. All right, and that's what it is going to look like. Now, granted, this ends right here, so the image will be cut off. It's not seamless. It's not going to flow together. That's up to you whether you want your images to be seamless or not. Okay, so that is how you make a tumbler design for laser engraving using Canva. All right. Now, I do want to point something out to you. I'm going to say, let me grab all these. We're going to make the mock-ups for them quick, just because I want to show you a very important part of selling designs like this. Let's make these mock-ups. Now, we're just going to pretend that our listing is completely ready to be sold. All right, that I have my titles, everything is done. We are ready to hit publish. All right, so let's go to publish, publish to Etsy. Now, when you get to this part, because you are selling SVG files for laser engravers, you always want to select this one here, convert and sell selected files. You can untick JPEG, you can untick PNG if you want, but you want to always include the SVG format, the DXF, the EPS, and the PDF. You always want to include those four files, four file types, when you're selling files for laser engraving, because different laser programs use different file types. SVG works with most of them, but there are cases where someone may need the DXF or the EPS and even the PDF file. So you always want to include all four of them. So you want to select the convert and sell selected files, select those four, and then move on to the next step. If you're using my designs. If you're not using my designs, then you are going to need to convert this SVG into different file types in order to sell them. because you really can't just be selling the SVG to laser users. At the very least, you should have SVG and DXF. All right. I prefer to include all 4 file types. There is a website that you can convert. I will have to find it, and I'll leave a link for it so that, you know, if you're not a My Designs user, you still can convert these to put them in the right file types for selling. Okay, guys, that's it for this one. Don't forget, if you need help with prompts, with tips for your Etsy shop, you can join us in our Prompts and Profit community. I have a link below for that as well. We give daily prompts for different products that you can sell in your Etsy shop or on your own website. And I do videos at least weekly with different trainings in them for all types of files and designs and programs that you may need to use for your business. So if you're interested in that, take a look below. The link is there. If not, I'll see you next time.